Happy Sunday, everybody. How is everyone doing? I'm London Jen, all one word, 3 N's on my Jen. And this is Sunday Roast, slightly different setting. But as always, I am here with my friend and my co-host is my bro.
It's Rivers himself with the LR at the end, Salute to everybody watching, everybody joining, everybody supporting from whenever till now. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody been?
Yeah, how's your Sunday going? How's your week been? Wagwan, the Wiretap. Shout out Road to Amelie Media. Wiretap? Hold on.
It's coming speaking to us from the other side.
Yeah, like where are you? What's going on? Is everything okay? What is happening?
Who set the Ouija board up?
Like, who are we talking to now? Because
the Ghost of the Wiretap. That's what you should change your name to still. Ghost of the Wiretap.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The Ghost of the Wiretap. That's who we are speaking to today. But yeah, shout out for everybody tuning in. It's we've got quite a lineup for you. Well, we're going to talk about the things. We've got quite a lineup in Battle Rap in London over the next few weeks. It is set to be lit, so we're going to talk about that. That's the lineup that we've got. But yeah, how is everyone doing? Thanks for pulling up, tuning in. Go and hit the like button,
please do,
while you pull up on your way in. Still by Heaven's Gate, waiting on my judgment time. Wow. They left you in the waiting room all this time, because I see that post from hours ago.
Man's just up there waiting for his meeting.
Good luck with that.
Hopefully they give you another chance to do things in a different way.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it's sorry, I'm thrown. It's yes. So
glitching out.
Yeah, I'm glitching out. We were in the spaces last weekend. Was it last weekend?
What was he talking about?
In the spaces last weekend, but I'm saying yes. So we're back in roast this weekend.
Yeah, that's it. We did the Sunday roast space.
Yeah, we did the yeah. I can't remember why. Why couldn't I hack? I'm trying to remember what was going on. Was it the event last weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
No. Was that the weekend before? I don't know. It was just a lazy Sunday. But yes, we're back with the live YouTube show. And as you can see, slightly different setting. I've switched everything up around. We were down that end of the room. We are now down this end of the room. And yeah, this is our new home. Let us know if you're happy.
I've been promoted, guys. I've got a chair that moves.
Stop saying
Jen don't like me saying that. It's a joke.
Stop saying that. Before you get demoted.
That's why she don't like me saying it. Secretly, she's like, I've got my eye on you. You're on disciplinary.
But yeah, we got so I think it was the weekend before we had the first protocol chat. Oh my god, I don't have the I don't have any cards. I'm gonna
talk while
I've got the old card, but I want to talk about the new card. I just haven't loaded anything up. I've got to load things up. So we had the old card. Sorry, just come onto Instagram. We had the first protocol, and Nodi's chat are right back with it with the protocol 2, headlined by a battle that has been brewing for a minute, and
I think it's an important one personally for their
Tell me why.
Because I think they are probably two of the most braggadocious ones in their class. You get what I'm trying to say? They pop a lot of shit. We need to see who, what I'm saying? They've both had good performances recently. They've both showed elevation recently. You know what I mean? Nothing is a foregone conclusion. Obviously, I'm biased, so I'm going to go with Black Tea all day. But yeah, so it's one that needs to happen. Isn't
it? When I try to put tech in one of the new gen, Koj asked the question on Twitter about the top 5 new gen battlers from the No Lose Chat / Premier Battles era.
Yeah.
And I listed in alphabetical order. I can't remember if it's alphabetical now, but Black T, Georgie Roots, Moke, Tech, and Villain. Black T was not happy with Tech's inclusion. He was not happy. Like, so even on, you know, he didn't have to comment on this, and I put him in there. He didn't have to comment, but even that, he was like, no love. It's like, you know, when battlers get to that stage, when battlers get to that stage of the fight, I guess the material's done. They've spent however long hating their art, but that's it. So you know, you see their name mentioned in a positive light, and it's like, nah,
fuck out of it.
That's Jen doing that.
Yeah,
it's Jen saying it.
I'm betrayed.
But I've got enough love for both of these guys. Seeing their come up has been quite.
I feel like this is one of them battles as well where I'm glad that it happened at the right time. I'm glad that they both got to go on their journeys, elevate, do big things for themselves or whatever, make big steps in their respective careers, and then get to battle each other with the new skills that they've learned, like upgraded. Like I think that's a good thing still.
Yeah.
Like I don't want it to become a thing where it takes years to happen, but a little bit of time, you don't go on your respective journeys and come back and then bump heads, you know?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, definitely. Right, let's bring up the chat. Oh, hello, Ferdinand. Nice to see you in the chat. So Protocol 2 headlined by Tech and Black T, Templar Surf Up versus Whispers, Craigie versus MK, TKE and RX Southside, Nobi versus Gorilla.
Bottom to top?
Yeah, let's do that. So
these two at the bottom are two people that it makes me smile to see them both back on the card still. I can't lie to you. You know what I mean? Battle rap's a funny thing where it's like outside of the technical side of it and who did this the most and who had the better this, these really are your brothers, and you want to see everybody active and doing well and enjoying what you enjoy when you go out there and do your thing. So to have not seen Nobi for a little while and definitely to have not seen Gorilla for a minute, it's good to see them both back in it. For starters, I'll start there in it. And it's like, I can't see how this would go because their styles are totally different. You know what I mean?
This is Gorilla's debut on No Lose Chat, isn't
100%.
it? Yeah, this is his debut. So it will be interesting. And yeah, he's only had sort of one battle back in the last. Oh no, he didn't even have the battle.
Didn't do it.
Yeah, of course.
Who was he meant to battle?
I can't remember, but he was, I think his opponent backed out.
Oh, so
I can't remember who his op was.
Oh, I think I remember who his op was. I think his op had a battle recently against somebody else on the last protocol. I think that's what happened.
I don't know. But yeah, so this will be his debut on No Lose Chat, and obviously Nobi, he hasn't been around for a minute. He's been gone for a while.
Nobi has had a lot of time, sometimes in battle rap, sitting back and watching the game helps you elevate in a different kind of way, because you're not only you're getting to watch someone else take risks and make mistakes objectively, no attachment emotionally, nothing. So then you start to look more about the decisions made rather than how they felt about the decisions that you would have thought if you was making them decisions or whatever in it. So
that's a big fact.
I hope that he's taken the time to do that and he adds certain things to elevate his thing and comes back. And same for Gorilla as well. I hope he does the same.
Yeah, definitely, because whilst that is absolutely true, sometimes sitting back, reflecting, being a fan, a supporter, someone who's just
trying to understand, why is this guy going crazy? What is it about what he's
why
doing?
they love him so much?
Let me break the mechanics down.
This is it.
You understand?
This is it.
I have my way that I like to do it for myself, but let me break down the mechanics of why he does his thing that way. What works?
Or you see something that you think is like, oh yeah, I do that, that's fire, and no one loves it, and you have to kind of deconstruct where you're going wrong. You can do it vicariously, and you can just kind of also, especially if you are an artist and if you're a rapper, if you're a writer and you keep your pen, even if you're not writing battle bars, if you're if you're still in the mind of writing, I think that helps as well. If you're still actively
100.
creating material. But
poetry, music.
The inverse is also true. So if you are not doing that, if you are not tapped in, if you're not watching, if you're not keeping up to date, if you're not seeing the levels that are, you know, that kind of, because someone like Nobi, right? So he came in, was he in the first process? Yeah, he was, wasn't he? So he came in.
He lost the girls.
He came in. That's it. He came in on Nodu's chat, same time as Tech, around the same time Black T came in. Like, these are the guys.
Black T came a little while, maybe.
But Black T had already been on. So he came in to Nodu's chat later, but he'd already been putting in work on Art of Rap. Yeah. So he came to Nodu's chat, but they all came in kind of around the same time. Yeah. In fact. So they all came in around a similar time, and Nobi hasn't been, like, what is it, it's well over a year, might be 2, that he hasn't been active. So in that time, your contemporaries, your peers, the guys who you came in with, have gone on to, you know, Tech had 10, 11 battles last year.
Tech don't even rap the same as when Nobi was last in.
This is it. T2.
Black T2.
Well, he raps, well. But the elevation, the progress, the practice, the, you know, the lessons, the amount that they've polished and refined their shit. If you're not keeping up as well, if you're not seeing what people are doing,
testing your pen, getting your material off, working on your performance,
it can
getting
be
your experience up, your XP points, I like to call them. I feel like that's a very key thing that you're saying. You can't, I think I said this to ScoMo on Spaces. I said, a guy that does, you know, deadlifting or powerlifting, sorry, not deadlifting, powerlifting, when he's not at a powerlifting competition, he can only get good at powerlifting by powerlifting. You understand? I feel like battle rap is similar. You can make music, you can write, and rare. But me personally, I will write something for a music track or whatever the fuck, and it will be so battle like. I'll have to take it out and say, I can't even use that over there. I've got to use it over here. You know what I mean? So there's always going to be a separation. You have to be able to understand that and work on something that keeps you in that field as well as the music field or whatever else you're doing.
And I think the more experienced you are, because there's certain people who can come back in after a long break and they shake off a bit of ring rust, but that's it. Their pen is pretty much as sharp as it ever was. Like, they've, you know, it's not a concern.
Look at the comment that the Ghost of the Wiretap just said. That is a key comment.
Okay, so Nobi was meant to battle T early last year, and now he's opening a card T's main eventing. I didn't
even notice that. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
like,
that says it all.
And then Nobi hasn't battled since Era versus Era 1. Yeah,
the game evolves, the game elevates. We've seen everybody get a lot better in that time. You know what I mean? A lot better. People that was fire back in the day have come back and have just looked okay.
Yeah,
they look good, but that explosion that was there before isn't there no more. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts and comes back. Because Nobi's, for me, he's always reminded me of the type of battler where, no disrespect to him, but it's like, I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it. The person you're up against, they got a style where I can more clearly see how they're going to do it. I can't really see how you're going to do it. And somehow he pulls it off. Pause. I think, I don't want to discount Nobi because he's like a cheat code. I always called him that. He's the person I originally gave the nickname, you're the cheat code of this shit. I don't know how you're going to fucking do it.
Yeah,
but you'll do it somehow.
However, he did that at a certain level, at a newcomer level, baby battler level, like rookie.
Yeah.
Like Nobi, I don't think Nobi's had 5 battles yet.
He hasn't battled since Gracie.
But I'm saying even up to then, I don't think he'd
When
had...
was that? Hold on, let me check.
Era versus Era
Was 2000 and 2020 in it, or was it 2021?
I think it's 2021. Yeah, it was 2021. Hold on. Let's sorry, this is very boring.
2 years ago was Nobi versus Enigma. Hold on. Bracy was after that, innit?
Yeah, summer 2001.
It says 1
I mean
year ago.
2021.
It says 1 year ago.
No, if you click on it. If you look on the
7th of November 2021.
August.
Oh, it's when it happened.
Well,
but it
no,
released.
it was, I think it was June or July. So I've just clicked on Tony versus Georgie.
You know, it was because that's when it happened, didn't it?
Yeah,
Obviously.
it was summer.
Yeah,
it was definitely in
time.
summer.
Yeah, I battled Mark.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he was not polished. He was not experienced coming in. Like, he came in, when he left, he still had a lot of work to do, because all newcomers do, right? All newcomers, that's it. You've got to get...
I still got work to do.
Exactly.
It doesn't stop.
But I'm just saying at that...
There's a lot of work to
There's
do.
a lot of work to do because you're just getting started. So I feel like he's kind of right back at almost square one again.
Yeah, I think he didn't get far enough in the game to where taking a break doesn't make him come back still connected or with enough skills to still be able to navigate in what's going on. I think he's still got to find his feet a little bit, because that's where he was. He was in a position where he had tried some things that had worked against certain opponents that had given him certain kind of performances. He hadn't really been tested with a different caliber of people in it. So it'd be interesting to see him against Gorilla. But no disrespect to Gorilla, but he wouldn't have been battling Gorilla if he stayed in the game right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got your life, you got things going on. We don't know why you had to fall back. Sometimes you have to just do that for your own sake. Do what you have to do in it. But battle rap doesn't care about what our lives are doing.
Yeah.
Doesn't give a fuck. It moves on.
That's it.
It's a
what have you done
game
for me lately?
Yeah, it's a dirty game.
Is that Uzi? So, like, keeping the sword sharp is the most important thing, however you're doing it, to be honest. And any kind of thinking within the battle rap arena or in the battle arena can help to achieve that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, the event itself was mid-July. So, yeah, I totally agree. And I think, and it doesn't, like River said, it can't replicate the, you know, no matter how much you're writing. And so here you were saying you've written rounds as a new guy, you've written rounds for battles that haven't happened yet, and yeah, to test, you know, because you've got to write for an opponent, and that helps to stay sharp, but you still are lacking on that actual performance part, that delivery,
game time experience.
Yeah, and also just the fact of you writing for somebody and actually having as opposed to having an opponent. I feel like there's a different intensity that's going to come, a different level of material that comes when you actually know, okay, now I'm not just writing bars for somebody, I'm actually writing
some things
for a
aren't
battle.
good enough no more, you know what I mean?
That's
when it's real.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, and then the opposite. Does he still have the new pass? Does he still have his new pass on certain bars? Where did I see? Hold on, I saw
okay.
Salute level scales.
Like, I get where you're coming from, the whole amethyst and all them type of things there. And...
I don't think so. Gas says, hey Gas, did I say hey already? I popped out your comment, but I don't think I showed you love. Salute for being here with us. I don't think he gets a new pass. He was around getting bookings. He was giving fire up and comers, and the expectation is if he's gone away and come back, he should have improved himself.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not seeing it as a pressure, but I have that kind of expectation of him to have come back, elevated, upgraded, cleaned up, tidied up in certain ways, still the Nobi we know and love, but an upgraded version, a grown up kind of Nobi, Groby, so to speak. So yeah, I'm trying to see an elevated Nobi still. I believe he's gonna bring something elevated still.
I feel like you're only new ones. There's a crop of new guys like Gorilla, and he's got to hold his own against now. That he's got to hold his own against now. Gorilla's not new though,
Gorilla's
is he?
older than
But
you, Gas.
yeah. Gorilla is Gorilla Goods.
Yeah, like he's from he's from when, you know, like when it was the 2000 and teens.
Yeah.
He's from them times, bro. Like, don't ever get it twisted. His name is new.
Yeah.
But him as a battler, he's been around.
So
History.
I feel like this is the expectation, right? So I feel like, as Gas says, as River said, Nobi has done some stuff and he's taken some time out. So the expectation is, okay, we're expecting an improved version of what we saw 2 years ago. And I think that's the kind of fair. I think that's the general consensus opinion. However, I think that how he performs will very quickly determine where he slots in. So obviously he's not gonna, no matter what he does in this battle, he's not going to automatically propel himself to where he could have been had he was active.
He would have to do something absolutely amazing.
Even still, I don't think he gets there. I don't think he gets, like, I don't think he does something crazy and you got Black T and Tech and
let's play
and
hypotheticals.
Georgie.
Let's play hypothetical hot second, just on this on what happens next for we can do both Gorilla and we can do Nobi. Let's start with Nobi. Nobi wins. Who's next for him? Let's say Nobi wins in a 7 out of 10 fashion. So we can see that there's room for improvement, but he was good. He wasn't just average. He was better than average. He wasn't amazing. He still got room for improvement. Let's say 6.5 out of 10, not 7. So he wins with a 6.5. What's next for him? Who's he battling next? Is he looking at the people that's from his original class, or does he have to go and see like Trinidad Bess?
I feel like if he wins with a 6.5, then I feel like regardless, I feel like he needs to
sharpen up.
Yeah, but not only that, it's like, what does it do for the other battler? If you're the other battler who's put in work for 2 years, it's like you get one battle to come back and then you get me. I'm not battling you.
They have to accept it as well. And if they don't, they don't.
And this is what I'm saying. So I feel like he needs to put in some work. He needs to get his stock up. And if it's a 6.5,
get us to an 8 or something, and we can start looking at.
Yeah, but not only that, show, like, give me, you have to, like, if I'm his class, right? So you're talking about the Mokes, the T's, the Georgies, the Techs, the Visuals, and then kind of from that era and then down on, like, that's where he came in with, right? If I'm looking at those guys, a Nobi battle does nothing for them, especially when they're all getting big battles. Like, they've already battled each other, or they're filling, them battling each other. Like T and Tech is a huge battle on this card.
Yeah.
I feel like this is it. You need to make me want to actually battle you. And
you've seen the work that they've put in, so it's kind of like replicating their kind of, and Tech is a man that's put in a whole bunch of work, bro. Understand? Black T's been probably the most consistent of his class.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, he's been the most consistent of his class.
He's had such a, since his first battle last year, he's just gone.
There was a time they was talking about Nobi versus Black T.
Yeah.
Do you remember
that?
No,
that was locked in. It was locked in. Okay. It was locked in. I think Nobi, I don't know if he no-showed T.
He had shit going on or something.
I don't know what happened, but T spit his bars at the event. It was booked on Noli's chat. Still, the fact Nobi hasn't been around to work his way up the card, we don't know how he compares to the likes of TKE, Risk, Bandit, Petrelli, Craigie, Dub T. NLC's new crop is mad right now, and this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I feel like those are the people. Like, Nobi has to show a separation between himself and those guys. Before if I'm his class. Like, if you can't even get them man out of the way, then
and you need to get a few of them out of the way as well, bro.
And this is it.
All right, and before we go, Gorilla, what about him?
Hold
For
on,
in the
hold
interest of
on.
fairness.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that because
Okay.
Wiretap posted something. I don't think this battle is about winning or losing. It's about seeing where their level is at the current climate of battle rap. Yeah, like I see that. Yeah,
It's a
temp
marker
check
battle.
type thing.
Yeah. 100%.
Same applies to Gorilla though. The thing I feel about Gorilla is that I feel like it's slightly different in that he didn't leave. Nobi left still a rookie.
Kind of. Yeah, no, you're right. But I just feel like Gorilla's quite similar because even though he left when he left, he had good performances. He had like, let's not say great performances, but he had shown people that he could create moments within his rounds and all of that. So we saw the potential in you. We got that spark of potential, and then bam, he was gone.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So it's a similar thing with Nobi, but it's just more extended of a period.
So with Gorilla, he never. So how experienced was he when he left?
Put it like this, yeah. Gorilla Goods, Scoop, Bracy, these are guys that have similar amounts of battles. I think Bracy probably has more in it if I'm not mistaken, but they have similar amounts because they was battling the same kind of frequency when they was battling. So Goods isn't a person that's he's very experienced, but he's had bad experience as well. He's had good experiences within his battles.
Bad experiences aren't necessarily still experience, and I think it adds something. Saying. But he was still not established when he left, so it's not. Yeah,
I don't think we got we got good moments.
Saw the potential.
We got good moments from him, but I don't think we got a shutdown moment. Where it's like, okay, cool, Goods. If you can just keep doing that and go up from here. He never gave us a marker to say, right, boom, stay on this level. This is the lowest you need to be. He never gave us that yet. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's a bit similar. Yeah.
So in that sense, yeah, I can see that. Like if people were already waiting, like we need to see more from you, or we see your potential, then it's like now we expect you to have elevated.
Do you know what's funny? Now I think about it, it's funny because Nobi is a moment guy as well. Tippy toes and all these different moments of that. Gorilla Goods was a guy where he would have like a punchline that would just land like a haymaker. He'll be saying nothing, and then bam, out of nowhere, he'll say something mad, and the place will just go up. You know what I'm saying? So they have that in similarity, but it was just being able to just have a round like that and another round like that. You got two, you won, move on to the next kind of thing. It just was never really that. I think Nobi I don't know if it's because of the opponent's performance, but I feel like Nobi, from what I remember, has had more clearer wins in his time that before he left.
Nobi didn't battle T on the Rivers versus Tally first rivalry.
Rivers didn't battle Tally either.
Yeah. Was that one?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that event.
That far back. Georgie and
no, it wasn't that I didn't think it was that event. It's just that I remember when T was spitting his round, I thought it was at
because they was meant to reschedule.
I thought it was at Fiddlers. So maybe this was and maybe it was twice rescheduled. Because I swear T spit his round at Fiddlers, unless that was someone for somebody else. But yeah, I can see the footage. It was at Fiddlers, and the first rivalry was at Bricks and Jam.
Yeah.
But either way. Yo, Charlie Zoo, how you doing, my friend? Nice to have you with us. Goods never won 3 battles in a row.
No.
Bad experience is arguably more valuable than good experience. I used to be a stand-up comic, and circuit vets always said dying on stage is the most important test. You always say this, it's important to know how to take a loss and how to take a win. But yeah, how you take a loss, can you bounce back from it? Are you taking
do you still
L's?
Want to do this?
This is it.
You know what I mean?
This is
your heart in this or not?
This is it. Different disciplines, but the point still stands in it. Yeah, no, totally. And like sometimes you have to go, sometimes like even you'll have an argument, or you're exchanging something in the shop, you're making a phone call, and as soon as you put down the phone, walk out the door from the shop, or say fuck you and walk away from the argument, you know the exact thing that you should have said that would have won you the argument got you the thing you wanted on the phone or got that exchange in the store, but like at the time. So, and then that, you know, you take that experience and cut, but with battle rap, it's the same thing. Like, you know, you seeing when you mess up, it's like, okay, now I know how to prevent that mess up.
What made me mess up? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm avoid
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. T spent his rounds for AR at Fiddlers.
Oh.
He spent his rounds for Nobi on his channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Salute review report. I don't recognize that logo. Nice to have you tuned in. Yeah, but we shall see. It's going to be an interesting one. Both of them, I feel, need to make an impact.
Yeah, sorry.
They need to have a good performance.
It's important.
Yeah.
I think you're stamping your flag back down, both of you. You know, that what you do in this battle is going to determine what your next footstep will be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I like the matchup though. I think it's good. I think for where they both are, perfect for each other. Because it's like a retryout rather than a tryout. It's a retryout.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. Okay, one step up on the card, we are TKE versus RX Southside. What do you think about this one? Did I just see Dazzy Talks live on the net? Salute, Dazzy Talks. Nice to have you here. I was thinking maybe your name might pop up on this card. Will we see it on another protocol, on another No Leash chat?
No, man, let him get to watch his footage, come back to an event, watch some things, you know, realize, okay, boom, 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 and then come back. You know what I mean? Because he's at that stage where it's the development stage, isn't it? I heard a lot of good things though about his material. You know what I mean? Angling and stuff like that. So
yeah, he made a good first impression for sure. But what do we think about TKE
versus RX Southside? Well, first of all, you know, Southside. Secondly, TKE is my guy. That's really my little nuts, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? I think this is another situation kind of like Caveman for RX, where you've got someone that's got a bit more experience. Not a whole bunch, but a bit more. And you can use your presence and how you are and what you've learned to keep you in this game. Because this isn't someone that is out of this world because they're kind of new at this. But the problem is this. TKE is probably one of the hungriest students. I feel like if there was a battle rap school, TKE's his hand will go up quick. You understand? Like he is anxious to learn. He's hungry to learn. He's hungry to be better. He's hungry to improve, innit? People like that are dangerous because they enjoy it. They love it. You know what I mean? So I think this is going to come down to who's more hungry for this, who's more passionate for this. You know what I mean? This is like a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be one in no first round, no second round. This is going to come all the way down to the third round, I think, innit? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I can't call it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's mad, any other person on RX's level against someone like TKE, I probably would just lean straight towards TKE. But RX has got a lot of intangibles. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we haven't even seen him in his final form.
I don't think even close to it, because this is someone who is just a few battles in. He hasn't got much experience at all. I don't really count it's a battle. It's you wrote for someone, you performed, but like, yeah, he's had a couple, like he's had Caveman, he's had Photo Boy, like that's a couple. He would have had Bracy. You wrote for Bracy, but obviously didn't get that ring experience.
He's a student of the game also. That's the thing about him that I will say. So definitely. He is a man that respects the greats. You know, he's got a good attitude towards what he needs to improve on. He's not by no way, shape, or form arrogant enough to feel like he's there and he's got it. He knows he's got a lot to learn.
Definitely
that makes him also dangerous.
From his last battle, when I'd spoken to him after that, he was telling me the things that he is going, you know, I know I need to do that. I want to do that. This battle, I'm going to do this. I'm going to develop that. I'm going to, you know, work. So he's adding, you know, elements
yeah.
to his game, and
That's it.
should have a more well-rounded. But like you say, he's got the intangibles. He's very much a performer. He understands the mechanics, and like, you know, TKE, same thing. Student of the game, been studying, and it will be.
I think, like, imagine they're both in pottery class. I just think TKE's mold is a bit more formed so far than RX's, because he started first. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he kind of more
had a few more experiences.
Yeah, so he more kind of has an idea, whereas RX is kind of just getting things right and figuring out how to get his shit in formation, innit? But he has great ideas and a great approach. So
yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking 100%. Forward to it. And I think that both of them, I agree with this. I think it's going to be a proper slugfest, a great battle performance-wise. I think both of them can learn from their opponent in this and can also elevate their stock.
Imagine what RX will do with Knots. Imagine what he's going to do with that.
At the very least, tie him in them.
Yeah.
At the very least. But yeah, he's fire with the name flips, right? That's kind of been a very much a strong point of his. But I think he's also going to want to show that, you know, he can do more than But I'm sure he will still flip the F out of his name. But yeah, it should be a great back and forth.
TKE is definitely more of the type of opponent that RX needs, which what I mean to say by that is, like, you need them brothers that are hungry, that are here for it, that are not trying to not turn up, that are going to be in the building early, that really want to kill you, that you have to kill to win. Kind of, you need that, because it looks better for you when you have them type of opponents. No one wants to look back on their footage and it's like you're battling Billy Blue Hat or they got Jimmy Green Hat back. You know what I'm saying? We need to see you against people, even if they're not the top. You need to see a hunger in them that shows that they want.
You need that fight. That's it. You need that fight.
I feel like TKE is that guy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He is that guy.
And it would be good to see him. I haven't seen him in a minute either. I think he's had a couple of cancellations.
You see what I'm saying? So they're both coming off cancellations.
That's it. Yeah. So they're both extra. You know what that does. Yeah. It just puts that extra.
I know where you're coming from, bro. Get your shit off. You get me? Like, if you want to come, so like, that's gonna be.
Yeah. I am so here for it. Next up, Craig G versus MK.
Now listen, I'm coming to see MK, innit? I've seen Craig G, his clips, and he looks exciting still in it. But I'm coming to see MK, coming to see RX, I'm coming to see MK. But like, this is gonna be his opportunity to come and show out.
Yeah,
you know, I've seen him clips of what he can do, and I just feel like I can't even judge him on that. He's got other people around.
Are you talking about Craig G or MK?
MK.
You can't judge MK because it wasn't a battle. You spat around.
There you go.
You spat around. We can kind of look at your writing.
When there's a card, and I'll say this as well. Craig G, his reputation precedes him. When you have an opponent like that, where you're asking about him, and all you're hearing is, he was fire, you know. Yeah. He was fire, you know. Yeah. That kind of, I don't know about. I can't speak on behalf of MK and them, but that would piss me off. Like, I'd be like, yeah.
And they were in the building as well. They were in the building because K Millie battled on that card. Riss was supposed to battle on the card.
I swear
MK was there.
He was there, yeah. Okay, I thought he said that he couldn't get there because he had something going on.
Yeah, MK was there. MK was there.
He couldn't prep for the battle because he had stuff going on or something.
Yeah, I think that was it.
So he pushed it to the next one.
But yeah, one thing. So yeah, I don't think you can see it. You can glean some things from it, but one thing you can get from MK, just even from seeing him, is energy, personality, charisma, showmanship. You can see kind of a lot, you know, he's a character, he's a real character. And you can see how, you know, he can perform without an opponent. You can see what he's likely to be like in a battle. And we've seen Craig G at the first protocol, a great debut, very impressive, explosive, kind of performer, intense, intense. So this is got, I think this is going to be allowed. It's going to be, it's going to be, both these guys have heavy performance elements. So
they could actually, low-key get like, like when two newcomers get like a newcomer classic, they could low-key, if they both bring what's possible, they could low-key get like one of them battles where it's like, right, both these newcomers was going hard.
Again, I think everyone on this card has the potential to raise their stock. You also have the potential to be overlooked amongst the guys on this card, the guys on the last one. Yeah, that's it.
There's a whole bunch of other things that are going to be catching attention on this day, so make sure you do. You know what I mean? And I just don't think none of them are coming for a classic. I think they're all coming to kill each other, which is what we need it to be.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell these man, it's going to be a classic, and they're like, yeah, bro. No, I don't want to hear none of them like, yeah, we're going to get a classic. I want to hear all of them talking about, I'm coming to fuck him up. I need my respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Next up, we have Templar Surfer versus Whispers.
I'm surprised at this.
At the gate. Tell me why.
For a few reasons. One of the reasons is Surfer doesn't usually rap this frequently. He doesn't rap this. He doesn't usually hit one protocol and then be on the next one. What's happened?
No. It's my nieces and my nephew.
Okay. So yeah, for me, seeing him, do that event before and then the next one is very strange to me. Is he outside? Because these are two strong opponents, Georgie Roots and Whispers. Yeah, that's crazy to me. And a part of me thinks, has he already written for Whispers before and it never went down and he had material sitting there, so he had the time to just prep, he didn't have to write? That would make more sense. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that would
more make sense to me.
That was my thought as well. Like, but for those exact reasons, and he's taught, it's not a secret, he doesn't do short prep.
No.
And he didn't even seem to want to be. I mean, I haven't really seen him speak much. There was a face-off, right? There was a face-off. I'm sure he did a face-off with Georgie on Wiretap, and he kind of was a bit subdued. I could be wrong, but it didn't seem like
he didn't even want to do that battle.
Yeah, I wasn't getting outside energy, even from the battle. It seemed like a toned down, a pared down.
Did it seem like where people say did it seem like an obligation rather than something that he wanted to do?
Like he was going through the motions.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of a little bit. It didn't seem to have his.
That's why he should have battled me, bro. I would have woke that guy up. I'm telling you, if he battled me, every single battle he had after that, he would have been going crazy. Promise you that.
Wow.
Promise you that. You blew it though.
We're here now and he's gonna have an opponent who
blew it, bro.
Yeah.
Blew it, bro. Fucked up. Is what it is. But yeah. So anyway, about that battle. I'm very surprised that Surfer is battling that Protocol 1, then Protocol 2. Cool. But that aside, it's the battle that we've been waiting for in terms of this knife thing, isn't it? We've been waiting for this one.
In terms of this knife thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Surfer
crowned himself a long time ago, or has been for a long time, the Knife Bar King.
This sounds like a retirement battle to me. Like at the end of the battle, he's just gonna pull out a rusty razor blade, just kneel on one knee and says, "Whispers, take this and let it help you in your future endeavors. I've done all I can with this."
What does Arigato mean?
I failed you. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't. If you're battling Whispers, you're the Knife Bar King, you call yourself. This guy calls himself the same thing, and you're battling him now, yeah. is that you passing the torch and then falling back after that and saying, yeah, boy, yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It could be, but I feel like because of the knife bar king thing, because of their styles, I feel like if because of the fact that Surfer, like Georgie Weeds, Georgie.
But you know what it is? Weeds and roots. I'll give you that. I will give you that. She's just scheming. She's got a scheming brain. Man said Georgie Weeds. No roots, bro. Fucking hell. That's wild.
I've been on my planty hoe shit from a few days. I've been off for the week and I'm plant obsessed. So Georgie Roots,
yes,
beat Surfer real clear on the first one.
Yeah.
One of the newer guys, one newer generation. If he comes back again, back to back again, we're not used to him outside. Now you're outside back to back. If you get a clear loss again to another, newer.
Can we call Moke, Visual, Georgie? Who else do we throw in there?
Viz,
yeah.
Celeste's in there.
Can we say that they're the younger generation and not the newer generation, because they're not new no more?
No, but I just meant newer in comparison to Surfer.
Okay, yeah, younger.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, younger or next or different class.
Yeah.
But not, they're certainly not new.
Yeah, they don't fit in that bracket anymore.
Yeah, certainly not new. And even Whispers, like, so I'm saying, Georgie, then Whispers, who is even, newer. A class of, that's it. Yes. So I feel like, it's not going to be a great look for Surfer.
What, this battle here?
No, I'm saying if he back to back, if he has two clear losses back to back.
Yeah.
As he said, is that called giving someone a knife hood? Hey, Crumpet, how's it going? Salute. Hey, Deirdre's neck. How
Deirdre's
you doing?
in the building.
Nice to have you here, Deirdre.
Yes, sir. Turkey
and
neck.
Your neck, yeah.
Let's go.
But yeah, we'll see how this goes.
I want to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I think and this ain't even me trying to help a friend, because Surf don't fuck with me for whatever reason. So we're not gonna act like this is me reaching out to a friend. But I just really love to, if this is gonna be Surf's retirement battle, I just really love to see him just lose himself in the moment and just give everything he's got to his material, and just even in your mind just say to yourself, I'm gonna show this young boy that his energy ain't shit. Let me show him how to do this. I just love to see you just do it one more time.
What happens if he does that? How does that? So
he still loses.
Whispers.
But you look better losing than just like someone turned the volume down, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a respectable loss.
So you can't see any way that Surfer can win this.
I think if it's Whispers' battle to lose. Yeah. I think Whispers is better at a lot of things than Surf. You know what I'm saying? I think like Whisper's style is a bit more current than Surf.
Definitely.
Whisper's reference points are a bit more niche than Surf's. You understand? I feel like Surfer is more funnier than Whispers and has a certain kind of performance quality about how he does things. He's more like a character in a certain kind of way, where Surf could be like, fucking idiot, and it will be funnier than if my man says it because of how Surf's character naturally is. So that's something he can work with. But outside of that, he can go crazy. I just think he's a bit stubborn. He likes what he likes, and that's what he's working with.
And he doesn't want to change
He's not
it.
changing. He's not taking nothing more.
He flirted with bringing out Kurt Angle.
Yeah, that would have been
and
perfect.
then put him right back in the box.
Before he even opened the box and returned it.
That's
warranty, everything.
Crumpet says Whispers is going to have a lot of eyes on him for this battle, especially after the Cash Kid joint comes out, and as this will be his first UK drop since the third versus Yunnan. Got a lot more to lose, in my opinion. It won't be. He battled Tech. He had
lost to Tech.
He had that was his last battle on No Loose Chat and his last battle in the UK. So this is him, and the No Loose Chat when he was battling Tech. they're both so Tech was the first process champ, Whispers was the second. He was, you know, Whispers, I think both of them were kind of saying there is only one champ. I think Whispers kind of started that energy, but it built, and then, you know, you've lost the kind of the fate, the no lose champ. You know, you lost to the champ, so you can't call yourself the number one champ or whatever. But now it's like you've got another kind of title,
knife barking.
Yeah, so
I guess what happens when he does that after this year, guess what he's gonna say? He's gonna call this, he's gonna say, right, I'm Mr. Versace now. No one can call themselves Versace. As if to say that's a title that is worth anybody arguing over.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, have you not seen that one? Definitely watch it if you haven't seen it. Crumpet. And you forgot, like, I didn't think that was possible. I didn't know you did that.
What didn't he see?
Tech versus Whispers.
Oh, okay,
yeah, I didn't know that you could forget things.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Are you okay? Is everything all right?
We might need to erase this because it's just that is off brand for you, Crumpet. Very off brand.
This is it, right? Is everything okay? I hope you're all right and that everything's all right at home.
He's not subscribed.
You know, the dog and the cat's all right and shit. Yeah, I hope you're. Is this a fake Crumpet?
Yeah, this ain't
might be a fake Crumpet. I feel like this is a smear campaign.
Yeah, real Crumpet seen it.
I feel like Young Crumpet spells his name like
with a K.
No, Y-U-N-G.
Yeah, bro, this is a fake Crumpet. I swear it's Crumpest. Is that? Does it say Crumpet? That's not a real Crumpet. Yeah.
I just corrected Crumpet. This is a big day for me. I'd like to thank my co-host first and foremostly. Without him, I couldn't do this. We couldn't bring to you Roast. I'd like to thank Chilla Jones and JC. Without them, oh, is this my award?
One of them's yours.
Without them.
Yeah, don't. Jen, you just love to take a great moment and spoil it. It looks like eyes though, for real, isn't it?
It's lopsided areolas.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like
I'm so silly.
Man to the southwest.
And east.
Northeast.
Yeah, and also my mum. I'd like to thank my mum. And yeah, Chilla Jones and JC, they brought me into this thing. So yeah.
Boys, Mum.
As you can see, it's a proud day.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. They're wrapping my time. They're cutting off my mic. But thank you everyone, and salute Crumpet. You've been it was you had a great run.
Man said, I'm really Mr. Wah. No, that's fucked up. You know what? We're gonna let off the fact that you haven't seen that battle because you said that joke there. Yeah, fake Crumpet, young bagel or something. Man said adolescent bagel. Man like junior bagel.
Right, okay. So what battle was that? What battle was that? Where are we? Okay, we're here. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, great. Oh, Surf Up versus Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's where we were. What happens, right? What happens if Surfer beats Whispers? How does that affect either one of them?
I think if Surfer beats Whispers, he'll probably retire on a high.
Do we still get the knife foot?
I think he won't pass on his favorite knife. He'll have like a student, a sensei student knife. He's like, you haven't done this. You haven't done this, my son. But this one here will help you on your travels.
A trainer knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't see him staying outside. Him battling Whispers, to me, if I know Surf, feels like the end. If he comes back out, it will be for some weird international we've never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm coming back to battle High Top Jake. Cool. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this one
But
goes.
hold on, we haven't answered the other side of that question. If Whispers loses, what does that do for him?
That was the question.
No, but you said if Surf wins, what does it do for him?
No, I was saying, what does it do for either of them?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the other part of it is what does it do for Whispers?
If he loses,
Mm.
no one cares. No one cares.
In what sense?
In the sense of Whispers is a highlight reel nigga.
Mm.
He might lose the battle, but he's still gonna have something he can clip out and put on the internet and keep his little buzz going in his mind, innit? So it doesn't even matter. He'll intellectualize his way out of taking the L.
Mm.
If he's terrible in the battle,
sorry. I've just when I finished.
I was gonna say if he's terrible in the battle, that will be an excuse.
Mm.
I fucked up. You can't beat me when I'm on 100.
Mm.
If he's on 100, politics. Obviously, he's part of No Loose Chat. Oh no.
I just sorry, that outburst, other than being quite rude, was me remembering you said the Versace thing. Didn't he say something like he would like to battle you, or like
for Versace off or something?
Yeah. Got you choking on your Belgian bun.
Yeah, careful.
Moving on now to the main event. Tech versus Black T.
The one and only.
The headline, yes. So this is going to be smoky. This is going to be a main event for sure. Neither one of these guys is going to want to let anything go, like gonna want to give anything away to their opponent.
I think Tech will be more. I think killing someone like Black T with Black T's credentials, Black T's caliber, Black T's class that is in, probably feels more like something that he wants to do for Tech rather than just battling some random guy in a tournament. I think this is a battle to him that means something. Like I think Whispers meant something to him. You saw how he carried that. You know what I'm saying? This one here means something to him. Sorry, I'm just focusing on.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I agree with you. I agree. And I think because they are, we keep talking about their class, because they are of that, they've both been putting in work for a few years now.
Yeah.
This is them kind of coming, who this is, two brothers fighting in the playground type thing. Or two, who's really that guy. Like you said, I think T right now, his stock is definitely at a higher. I think he's been, just that consistency has and the level, of his performances.
There's an underlying thing here as well. And it's ABK versus the Pen, innit? That's really what's going on. We've got Georgie Roots versus Scoop, and we've got Black T versus Tech.
Okay.
Now we're keeping our own scoreboard over here, innit? So we'll see how that's gonna go.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Obviously Georgie got the milk point fine, innit? It's cool. That's cool, but Black T got that Jester point. 1-1.
Oh yeah, for real.
What else has happened? Oh, I swear there's one more as well. Oh, somebody who got
Amity's battled Tech as well. Amity beat Tech.
Amity beat Tech here, but
hold on, was it Amity to beat? No.
That was
hold
time
on.
ago though.
That was pre-ABK time.
I think who got rid of Enigma at the trenches? Who was that? Was that Amity? Who did Amity battle at the trenches and win against? It was Enigma, innit?
Yeah.
So that was another point for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're 2-1 up right now still. We've got these two. We're going to see how it goes. I can see us being 4-1 up after this still. But hey, what do I know?
This this is it's a big style clash, right? Do we feel like either of them are going to change? So Tech is, he's a big puncher, he's a haymaker guy, a moment guy. And whilst he's added more elements to, he's more well-rounded than that. He can do humor.
He's got a lot in his bag now.
Yeah, he will angle when he needs to.
Yeah, he's taken some things out of the bag and left them at home.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I feel like T is he's the his pen, like he focuses more on the writing.
A lot of things are so natural to T that he doesn't have to care about them.
Yeah, because he is he's a natural showman, he's a natural performer. He's always going to make use of those elements. So yeah, it's definitely a style clash. Optically, big style clash as well. I think this is just going to be an all-around war, a battle on every front. Both guys are going to be intense.
I'm interested in seeing like the conversations that they have between them. Man said Jester got Amity out of here though. Yeah, all right, cool. It's 2-2. 2-2. Sorry, my bad.
So, how's there so many battles already?
What, between us?
Yeah,
because we're not making a thing of them. We're just doing it in it secretly. But I haven't really had any yet. So it's like, who am I going to pick? And it was meant to be Jester at. You know what I'm saying? But obviously.
Damn, I completely lost my train of thought there. But an intense war that neither one wants to lose. And I think anytime these, you battle someone in your class, it can be a defining battle. So yeah, I'm
looking forward to that one there, boy.
T is a great all round. I can't really look past him for this, but it will be a top clash. Yeah, you can never look past T.
So definitely. Are we saying that Tech goes into this as the underdog?
I think right now,
T's definitely the favorite.
Yeah, just in terms of, and also Tech did a ton of battles, like he did 11 battles last year, but he hasn't battled all year. He hasn't battled all year whilst T's been active.
But how much battles has T had this year? About 3? Because he hasn't had that much.
But it's more than
nothing.
Yeah. And whereas Tech was a little more up and down last year,
T
after he battled Kick Nelly has just, excelled ever since then. So the platform matters on this one. In what sense? What do you mean? It's a much tougher battle for Tech on Prem.
Yeah.
T loves a challenge. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Very true.
Yeah, and I think after the Whispers battle, Tech he wasn't even calling himself the champ. He was calling himself the face of No Leash Chat. I fucks with it.
Man, like Techie J. The face.
So calling himself the face of the league. So you're coming and battling the face of the league at home. But
where is it happening? In East.
Hold on, where's the
same place?
I thought it was the same place, but I don't think it is.
SE. Oh, okay.
Yeah, SE16.
That looks like fucking Bermondsey or something.
I don't know.
SE16 is like
well, that sounds familiar. Someone has told me where it is, and I can't remember. But that sounds vaguely familiar.
Bermondsey.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's a captain.
Big.
I ain't jumping out of no train on that guy.
Yeah.
Last time I got off the train at Bermondsey, yeah. Did I ever tell you this story?
Yes.
So I told him.
Yeah, go.
So look, basically, one time I jumped off the train. I was a young youth in it. I jumped off the train in Bermondsey. I was going to see my brethren. He moved there. His girl lived there, whatever, in it. Jumped off the train. These time I used to smoke cigarettes, innit? So I've taken my cigarette and I put it in my mouth and I'm thinking, right, I need to light this, but my lighter's not working, innit? So I've walked around the corner and some skinhead has just walked up to me and says, and pulled the cigarette out of my mouth, just put it in his mouth. Artusia. I was like, bro, it's okay. He's like, no, come on, stay here, mate. Artusia. I was like, you can have it. You can have it. Literally, you can have it. He's like, man looked like he was upset with me because I didn't want to stay and share the cigarette with him. The way he pulled it out of my mouth, I said, you're definitely racist. I'm not staying there, bro. This is South Bermondsey or something like this. I mean, this is Millwall country.
Millwall country.
Like deep Mill. You used to work there, innit?
That's the last time I've been to Bermondsey.
Shit, that's it.
Yeah.
You used to work there still.
That's the last time I've been
see
to
your own working
Bermondsey.
place. Salute to Bermondsey, man.
It's right near the Millwall ground, so it is South Bermondsey.
Knew it.
Yeah. The Millwall, sleeping Millwall. Yeah, no, I don't have great memories, but
hold on, we need to find out if Millwall's playing that day, bruv. Because if that's the case, I'm staying inside of the building. Obviously, I'll go there. But I'm not gonna be outside smoking on the street. Millwall match day.
Yeah.
I Crumpet. I'm gonna need your expertise right now. You need to find out if there's a Millwall match that day, please, at home.
Yeah,
because if there is, we might need to. I don't know what we're gonna need to do.
Reinforcements.
Yeah, bro. Because anyhow, Millwall lose. It's not even worth it.
Let's fingers crossed we'll be all right.
Yeah, we should. We'll be all right.
But yeah, it's I like the what's what we got.
Do you know what?
Championship season already ended. You'll be fine.
I think it's an industrial estate anyway, so I think we'll be good anyway. I think if I remember rightly, I think I know where it is. It's like an industrial estate where you walk in and like there's bare different warehouses.
Yeah. It said unit. Okay. So we're not on like Main Street. We'll be cool.
No way. There's no pub next door to us.
Season's over for them. Maybe an exhibition, but yeah. Okay, we're good. I like that, we're back with another protocol card straight back to back with it. We've missed no these chat events. It took a while for the first event for the year, and then they came straight back with another one. I wish there was more notice for this card. I wish there was more notice. Notice chat, man. You need to give us more notice for events.
I think sometimes maybe when their plan isn't to ram and jam the building where they just want certain people involved or whatever, or they want a smaller crowd. Maybe they just don't want to over promote it and have the place too. I don't know, but
then you just say limited, but it just means that people who would ordinarily want to come then people that you would want in that small, if you're small crowd, it means that they get to come. Because not everybody can on such short notice is the problem.
Do you know what the beautiful thing about Batter Up is? There'll be another event, and if this event's fire and you get to see it, and that can entice you to come to the next one, cool. But it's never going to live up to how it is in the building. So you might as well come, regardless.
Yeah, but it's like you can't always. If you work on Saturdays, if you've got your kids.
Yeah, I mean eventually at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but you're right though. If you get enough time, you can be there. If you don't, it might be a bit of a mad thing for you still.
So if you can definitely be in the building for this one. The first protocol was a live event. We got some of the guys from that first one showing out again.
Next weekend, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, this weekend now. It's this Saturday now.
Yeah. Bro. What we passed? No, not just yet. We're still on Sunday.
But it's this Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Saturday coming.
Well, that's this. I hate this conversation. It's this Saturday.
Are you one of the people that starts the week at Sunday?
But even if you don't, we've already passed Saturday. So it's this Saturday.
But I'm one of them people whose mind groups this 7 days over here. You
Yeah.
can't say this Saturday. This Saturday belongs to this week, which was yesterday. So this Saturday would have been like, so if we were saying, when did it happen? This Saturday, I'd be thinking, oh, it's the Saturday that was yesterday.
But you would think that because it's past tense. When did it happen? You wouldn't think next Saturday anyway if someone's asking you a past tense question.
I don't know. No.
If someone's saying something, when did it happen? And you say this Saturday, you're automatically going to assume, whereas
that it was the closest one.
that it's already gone because you said, when did it happen?
Yeah,
that's past tense. So it would have had to, this Saturday would have had
but
to
what
have
I'm saying
been
is
the one yesterday and not the one the
happened.
week before.
Yeah, the closest.
But this is the one coming.
So why can't it just be this upcoming Saturday?
Because that's upcoming.
I ain't got enough time for them syllables, okay?
It's unnecessary. I don't know. For me, this Saturday just means whenever this is just the next
one.
You
know what it is for me? This Saturday only comes into play
once it's Monday.
No. Yeah, like so in 18 minutes, then that's how my clockwork mind works, innit? In 18 minutes time, this Saturday is Saturday coming. Like, as long as it's Sunday and Saturday was just yesterday, this Saturday was like, unless you're saying you're going to do this thing this Saturday.
I think most people, to be fair, are like you, and this Saturday to them would be yesterday. But for me, it's always the next one, no matter where we are in the week.
Okay. So so when you say next Saturday, are you referring to the Saturday coming or the one after that?
The one after that.
Oh my God, you're confusing. That's confusing.
Because it's next Saturday.
Yeah, but okay.
Oh no, but it depends actually. It depends. Nah, to be fair, that depends.
Because that one there would be a bit mad, isn't it?
But I probably wouldn't say it.
You probably say Saturday after next.
I would say not this Saturday, next
after.
Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
But I probably wouldn't just say next Saturday. I might say that if we're on Saturday or if it's Friday. Like if it's Friday.
And there's like a day till Saturday. And it's like, obviously, I mean the next one.
Yeah.
Because this one is this one.
Yeah. But yes.
Okay. Anyway, now that we've cleared all of that up. Sorry about this, guys.
I legit love it when shows go off kilter into English lessons. Thank you. I was wondering. It's always hilarious. Yeah. These idiosyncrasies and languages are always hilarious. Dazzy Talk says next Saturday is always the one after the upcoming one. Okay.
Say a bit more. That's what Dazzy's saying. That's what we're gonna go with.
Next. Hey those shrooms.
So when's the event?
So it's on Saturday. I normally say Saturday just past, or last Saturday. Next Saturday is always like, but yeah, London Gen is right. I think that as he talks is speaking for us generally, just as a populace and just on an everyday Tuesday, Saturday, or next Saturday.
Okay,
London Gen is right.
Okay. You can take that with your crumpet award.
He also says, I can't wait to battle again. People will see a different Dazzy. Okay, Dazzy. Yes. And this is
like that, man. This shit's addictive. You want to just keep improving. You start, you know what it is? You go in there, you have a plan, you know, you make your plan happen, and then you come out and then you think, I could have planned something else. Now I understand. I could have did this, I could have did that. I should have did that to this part of my plan. Oh, why didn't I do it this way? So and it stays like that with you for years. You know what I'm saying? There's like Tony D is probably still going into battle saying, well, let me try this.
And so I see Tony so I think Mike T gave a Moke appreciation post, and within that it turned to Moke is, Moke's about to smoke Tony. And Tony's response is just like,
listen, just get a black suit and some flowers for your boy, and I'll see you on the 20, on the
he's
whatever
day.
That is crazy.
It's exciting. He's talking about, I saw him on a timeline saying he's got his 3 rounds locked already, or not locked, but he's got his 3 rounds already. He's tinkering, which knowing Tony and how he leaves things is
listen, if people say that this is the best era of Tony D, in terms of like how he's battling and they better give me some credit for that, because I'm gonna go pull up them. I think I'll probably delete them, but I'm gonna go pull up them tweets of the original gripe that me and Tony D ever had, and it was just about this. You could be so much better if you took your time to do it. No, I don't care to. I'm Tony D. It's like, so now where he is, it's like, bro, everybody evolves to that point where they understand. For me to really be an assassin and kill my target, I'm gonna have to do as much due diligence as possible. Doesn't make sense not to. You know what I mean?
Did I see Big Techie in the chat? I'm here. What's going on? How you doing, Tech? I'm gonna drop the thing if you want to come join us.
Ops right now.
He's one of the ops. If he spits 3 rounds, he don't lose. And that's a fact. I'm interested. Crumpet, why did you? Was it you said? This will drum up hype for the Trenches joint, but we'll get into that. Oh, yeah, I guess, Trenches will be a couple of weeks after that. Coffee coming over to the UK. Shout out to her for that. The women don't often get, or rarely, very few women have battled internationally, and certainly not in the UK. Very few US female battlers have come over to battle in the UK, so I think that is.
I hope she has an amazing performance.
Dope.
I really do. I think it'll be good for her, be good for the Trenches. I want Am to give her a good fight as well, man. You know what I mean? Make her know that she didn't just come here to walk over somebody. She didn't come here to get double crossed. She came here to fight and win. You know, however it goes, it goes. But I really want her to have something that she can be proud of to go back with and say, yo, like, had a fucking crazy one out there. I was well received. You know what I mean? It's a diplomacy thing. It makes us look good to know that they can come. There's other avenues for you to come over here and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So salute to her, man. Salute to the Trenches.
But yeah, shout out to Coffee and an international for a woman. I think that's a huge look, and I'm super, super duper proud of her for that. Woman of the Year. She's come back and she's been putting in work. So yeah, I think that's a great look for female battle rap for sure. So yeah, shout out to her.
Needs more of it, man. We need to see more of the females come into other leagues to come into the country, and you know, like the same way how certain people who we shall not name from other countries that have done heinous things can get booked multiple times. I just feel like, why can't it be C3? C3 will come and give a better performance with better material than a bunch of these clowns.
I feel like part of that is because the women's game isn't profitable. So it's like, it's one thing if you're not profitable in your own country, but to fly you over to not be profitable. There are few women who are.
I think it'll be more profitable over here, though. I think
not necessarily. No,
I just think it's never been marketed right.
Yeah,
because like Jen, think about it. Yeah, wouldn't, let's say before you was a battle rapper, yeah, wouldn't knowing that there's a female from America that's fire over here about to smoke something entice you into say, right, I want to see what's going on with that. As a person that likes battle rap but isn't.
No, because these people don't necessarily check into the women's game anyway. Like they're not like the same. Like, oh, K-Shine's battle, oh, Tay-Rock's battling, oh, or even Nuga, Swamp, Snake Eye, Stumble. Like, there are people who, you know, a range of names. Oh, let me click that battle.
But certain of them had to be given a shot for us to see their name like that.
No, what I'm saying is there are very few women. Like a lot of people who will click on guys, but they don't. It's even, oh, Miss Hustle, oh, dope, she battled again. Okay, I heard about that. Let me click on whoever. Let me click on New Jersey Twerk. Like a lot of people don't. A lot of look at the numbers, and it is. I don't think it's any different in the UK than it is in the US, especially as it's so much more heavily marketed. It's so much. We don't even have a women's game over here.
But all right, do you think that there's not enough women watching it in its entirety? Or do you think women just don't want to watch other women battling?
No, I feel like there's not enough women full stop for anything and everything. But I'm just saying, in terms of the audience, the existing audience, the men don't watch women nearly as much as they watch men. Like that's just a fact.
Do you think they'll watch a woman battling a man?
Yeah, I'm just saying whether
Even
it's a
though,
woman battling. I think
you've rather watch two men.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
Yeah, you've got more. If it's a woman battling a guy that they like, then yeah. But if it's a guy that they like, if you know, they'll click on the guy regardless. They won't necessarily. And this is not everyone. It's not everyone. Some people, you know, they're just. If you're fire, you're fire. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
But this is like the Remy Ma, like the reason why she got in, you know, her league is for women, to promote women. She put in, what was it, $50,000?
Yeah.
Like it was, in fact, it was more than that. Put more than that. And
150.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was a lot more than, I can't even remember.
Was it $500,000?
I feel like it was $400,000.
Yeah, almost
it was $400,000. I think is the, I don't know where I got 50 from. $400,000, and had to get in. And she blatantly said, "I've got in Hitman and Easy because they're a draw. Because the women's aren't. I need eyes. I've got them to put eyes on my tournament. I just look at if you look at Remy's tournament." Compared to, you know, a similar kind of thing. If you look at the numbers of the women, if you look at any league where they have male and female battles, and look at the numbers of the male men and look at the numbers of the women, I look at pay, look at, you know, women just aren't, they don't sell tickets, unfortunately. The game isn't as advanced, and it's getting more as the women's game is elevating, but there are still a ton of guys who don't tap into female battle rap. If they do, it is the likes of the Coffees and the Hustles and the Jazzes. But yeah, I think it's a much smaller percentage of the people who will
I feel like back in the day Queen of the Ring did pretty well though. But I just feel like it just kind of died down a little bit. But I felt like they had a lot of eyes on them. They was kind of producing something a bit different. It was there, the content wasn't the same as, I feel like now female battle rappers can more compete with men because they have similar content, whereas back in the day, because it was more disrespect based, it was a whole different thing, innit? So I think there's a lot more shock and awe and viral moments back in the day because of what their content originally was, innit? Once it changes and people get more lyrical and it's like, I can go and see that at Ramnitti's house. I can go and see that at Charlie Clipper's house, kind of thing. So,
and yeah, I think it did. There was a kind of a little, not a fall off, but a slowdown. But even then, an elevation needed to happen. So, and even, you know, elevation in the material, in the content, but also just an elevation in professionalism, in branding, in marketing, in reaching out. And I don't think it's anywhere near. There's so much work to be done. And like I said, it's a much better, you know, there are far more guys who seem to be in tune with the women as it elevates. But yeah, I don't think bringing women over is going to be more successful. And obviously it depends on who they are.
Yeah.
But if you're bringing someone over, ideally you want them to have a following. You want people to buy tickets to come and see them, and then also pay for a pay-per-view. You need to be some sort of a draw for people to spend money on you. And the chances of a woman having that appeal are far less in general than a guy. If you're talking, you know, Jazz the rapper versus some respectfully mid-tier Gates of the Garden guy like Bandit Montana, it's you know, it's respectfully shout out Bandit.
But thinking, yo,
no, but I'm just trying to compare, you know, like Jazz is one of, you know, the biggest names in battle rap, full stop.
Murder Mook of ladies, bro.
Murder Mook called her
the
female Murder Mook. Like, so she's elevated
She's
beyond
top.
most male battle rappers. So
Yeah.
I feel like someone like her, you know, can, but in comparison to, you know, it's not like any man, any woman, whatever. But I will, you know, I want to see that change. Hopefully, it will be dope. I don't think it would be dope if it could have some impact on our viewing, or, you know, if maybe more women tapped in. But yeah, we'll I think as the women game becomes more advanced and our scene over here develops, I think it's something you'll see more.
But hear this though, Jen, yeah, before we switch subjects, yeah. Just see my vision. Yeah? Miss Hustle comes over, yeah. You take Miss Hustle, you before her battle, she's here for like maybe 2 weeks, yeah. You put Miss Hustle, you know, like all of these podcasts with all of these girls nowadays and all this type of shit. You take Hustle and you put her on there and you just let Hustle be Hustle. Just go there and be you, and just let them know, yeah, I battle. At some point, throw in the fact that this is happening. You make her film a music video over here. You get her a feature or whatever in it. If you have got a favor, you can.
I'm just counting as we go. I was at 5, then I got to 10. Now I'm at 15K.
Yeah. Cool.
Minimum.
It wouldn't cost 15K. You'd have
2 weeks.
You'd have to. No, I'm talking about the stuff that she does while she's here, innit?
No, I'm talking about how much. If I'm bringing Hustle over here for 2 weeks to battle, I'm asking her to do this, do all of that. Plus, I need to film a music video. It's got to be of a certain standard. So, like, that's a lot of money.
All of these things can get patented. They literally can all get patented.
All right, but 2 weeks. All right, just 2 weeks.
But let's say this though, yeah. Let's say she's here for ample time. Doesn't have to be 2 weeks, but it's just enough time to do a nice little promotional campaign, put her in the right places around the right people, give her a little buzz in terms of, oh, who's she? She got like, God forbid she has an argument, but that will fucking help. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I'm just saying, I believe with like a female battler, you're more able to do this type of thing where you can put her in certain places and put new eyes on what she's doing while she's over here. I don't think you can really do that too tough. You can make a man go somewhere and, you know, spit his bars on Charlie Sloth and all this type of stuff, but how much battle is like a Sue Surf can come over and go on a podcast and sit down with certain man and chop it up, and it's like now people that don't even know who he is, that only know about this podcast, want to watch his battle now because they've. So I'm just saying these are possibilities of things that are happening. Yeah, you're right. It costs money.
It costs a lot of money. Like
it can be done though.
I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm saying that's a massive investment. Like 100%. The international, like the flight, and then plus you've got to pay them. Not only it's one thing paying a fee for a battle, and you're going to get women for, you know, top tier women are cheaper than top tier men. That's an absolute fact. So you're paying less, but if you're paying them to come here and do all of that promo, it is great for them as well. It's an international, but you've got to pay them for that. 100%. And then you've got to pay for them to stay here, like, as well. It's not a cheap investment. And I think if you're going to do that, I wouldn't take a risk on a woman. I'm going with a guy every time. Right? I'm going with someone who's already, perhaps, unless I'm getting a Jazz or a Hustle. Like, them two is different.
You probably end up spending the same money, really, if you think about it.
But I feel like the return on a guy is going to be a lot, because, like, just look at the numbers. Women don't do numbers. Like, they just don't. Like, Jazz can go on a podcast. Geechee can go on a podcast. Geechee is going to outdo Jazz every time. Like, every time. And unless the woman is maybe doing something outside of battle rap that's got her an extra audience outside of that, then, like, say she has a viral single or something. And even then you need a bit more. Like, I don't think you're doing, like, I'm not taking the bet on the, I'll take the bet on the woman once I've done it with a guy a couple of times, but I don't think I'm gonna get more traction with the woman.
I think the right marketing campaign, you can make it work with guy or woman, realistically.
Yeah, I do think you can. I'm just saying, if I'm putting that investment in, I'm going to, I can almost guarantee I'm going to get a better return if I go with the guy name than if I go with the girl name. So I'm going to try it with the guy name. I'm going to make sure I can do it with the guy name, and then I'll go with the girl name and see. But if it's me and it's my money, and I'm for, I pull for the women. I'm here for the ladies. I want to push them. But I'm just saying, if flying someone from the US,
it's not like, okay, cool. If to do it is not so much like I want to do it for somebody. It's more I want to do it for a female artist. That's the point of it. So it's not like I know I could. It's cool. Yo, Trilla Jones. Yo, Surf. Yo, Tay-Rock. Like, we know. Do you understand? But it's like, how does it get to the point where it can be like this for a woman? What does it take? So I'm just saying these are the measures I think that it will take for a woman to come over and really be able to make the most of what she's doing. People where she's from will see what she's doing and tap into it. New people here will tap into what she's doing, and it will seem like she's making progressive steps in her career.
All right, but if I'm the league owner, what does that do for me? Like, what? So you're telling me if I want to make my female battle pop, I have to spend 10K to do it. Whereas
I haven't said any number.
No, but I'm just putting if I'm bringing the guy over and I want to sell the tickets and I want to get my pay-per-view and I want a return on my investment, right? I pay his flight, I pay his fee, I pay him to stay here, 3 days? However 3 nights.
Yeah.
It's as short as possible. Whereas if you're saying like I've got to do this for the woman to make sure I get the maximum return, I have to spend a lot more just so I can get that promotion.
It could be the same money that you're spending for both. The guy's fee could far outweigh this woman's fee to where you're paying that for him, and you might even be paying less.
Yeah.
You might even be paying less to do all of that for this woman. And the return might not be as monumental as what he is, but it might be bigger than what it would have been based on what she's done in it. And that might be beneficial to what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. Especially because we're talking about why can't more women come to the UK and do well? And you're saying because they're not visually seen the same way as
but
so then that means that they're not a good investment like the guy.
You have to, but you're saying, but even that, it's like our game is not there where that is feasible for us to do. Well, I say us, but like
yeah, but I get what you're saying, that the onus.
Yeah, like there isn't, okay, yeah, we want to get more women over here. We're gonna, we'll spend less on the fee for the battle, but we'll have them here longer. We'll make sure they do great promo. We'll line up some podcast. They'll go wherever, do a freestyle, appearances. We'll do a hosting somewhere. Like you're spending a lot of money to do all of that. And
I mean, okay, you are if that's specifically designed for them, but if you have certain of these, let's say, systems already in place, you're not setting them up for to do it. You are just basically facilitating the idea of them being able to use this platform and use that platform.
But even just you're here for a much longer period, like £200 a night, like over how many nights?
Who's getting a £200 a night suite?
Or maybe not £200, but like what is a hotel? £120? Like
I don't know. I don't know what the going rate is, but if you're giving them a proper decent thing, $250 or something like that.
And then you're sending them here, you're sending them there. Are you driving them around? Is it Uber? It's just like we can't act like it's not a significant investment to do that. And I don't think
but that's what it takes,
we're there. But we're not there.
But we're talking about visualizing, Jen. We know we're not there. We're saying this is what it takes, and this is what someone would have to be willing to do to make it happen in that way.
Even then,
that should be a standard.
No, even then, though.
Don't you think that should be as standard for an artist when they come to a new place? Say I'm going to America now and I'm being booked. Realistically, something should be set up, whether it's management or whoever, something should be set up to where I can do a promo run that's beneficial to people knowing who I am before I even get to the stage. That would make more sense. So that's all I'm basically saying,
yeah,
one way or another.
I think that's great when things like that can happen.
Mhm.
But it's the point of having the performer in the country for days longer, and then also it's like, so, and there are incidental expenses. It's not even just the hotel fee. It's like, then I'm surely I'm having to cover your certain expenses of you being here. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a much bigger investment, and that's why, especially, you know, I see the value in that. I do see, and down the line I think it's something that could be hugely beneficial. I don't think so. Right now, even if someone had the resources to do that, say with a woman,
You don't have the
I
framework.
don't think, even if we did, and even if you had the resources to pump however much it took without the framework, I don't think it, like, I think you have to do it multiple times before it has the, okay, we really need to pay attention when women come over, or we really need to tap into these women. Let me see about this.
It's kind of a one at a time type situation is what it would be like. So when one person gets a little boost, then another person gets a little, it doesn't really help all of them collectively. I get where you're coming from, innit?
Well, yeah, I just think to create enough interest so that you don't have to go so hard with, like, to create the buzz.
So
for
what is
people
there for,
to watch women?
What is there for what are most...
Sorry, comments. I don't know if you're...
we've been going off.
Right, let me just check in. So I'll tell you this: the fact that Riff for BR2 tried to book Lizzie C versus Jazz because Lizzie was the best active female battler in the scene says it all.
Shit.
Chrome is a fire brand. Yes, they absolutely are. Say what you want about female battle rap now, but the fact that when it was announced, Hustle versus Red being the first big male versus big female battle and being announced was a big thing.
That still was.
Yeah, and there are still, like, Hustle versus Tay Rock was a big thing.
How many of y'all think y'all can hang with us? I see a lot of you bitches be smoking angel dust. Yo, that was fire still. He opened the door on how to do that shit professionally. It was a big battle still.
And it's not to say that,
and it was big because the woman was on it, not because O-Red was there. How is she gonna cope in the situation? We don't care about O-Red. We've seen him a million times. It's only big because she's in this situation. That's why I think male versus female battle rap has got more energy and traction attached to it than women versus women and men versus men.
Definitely the intergender ones, definitely. But it has to be the right names 100%. As well. Like, we only want to see, like, those
top of the ranges versus top of ranges.
Yeah, that's it. You still won't recoup the money you spent. Salute Augustine the King, excuse me, my bad, who is a female Shotty Horror. What, in the UK? Because there isn't one. It's a big investment and a big gamble. It's not guaranteed to work, at all. Jazz is the best female battle rapper at the moment, if that's what you're asking, Augustine. Mine's still 40. Oh, me too, Deirdre Zach. I love me some 40 bars. Hey, Dub, what's the topic? We're just kind of all over the place right now.
We're just Jen's basically saying that someone could come along and invest individually in female battle rap, but it's not enough to help the whole scene. And it's not the greatest investment in the world because you might not even get no returns on it, innit?
And
you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's like our scene doesn't have a female presence. Like, we have the odd woman, but we don't. There is no female battle rap in the UK, so to speak. We have, like I say, Lizzie C.
That's upsetting, man.
So it's that, as on top of women not being a draw in general, or very few women, being a draw like that, enough to spend money on internationally. We don't. It's untested to an extent over here. And I'm not discouraging. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I believe this is one of the reasons why they don't. And yes, you do get women cheaper, but you also, yes, it's cheaper, but I still have to spend that airfare. You know, I still have to pay hotel fees. Yeah, international airfare. It's still a big risk. Also relationships. Sometimes, like as well, you know, people build up relationships that helps to come up. Women, yeah, there's a lot, but I do think, you know, it will get there. It will get there. It will get there. And I
That
hope
is the biggest kind of equation I've never been able to solve, is why can't we get women to battle rap? Why can't we get, and I've met loads of art, and you know, like when I see like female poets, I get gassed because I see them doing all the things that they would be doing standing in someone's face while they're, because you know, there's bare different styles or whatever in it, but it's like not one of them, most of them that do poetry speak about the type of things where they wouldn't want to talk to somebody in the battle rap way, because they still see it as like this aggression and all this type of
that's
stuff.
what, yeah, we need rappers, really. We need rappers.
Rappers want
A
to rap.
London Gen debut would ignite the female battle rap scene. No, I don't think so. I think it would be interesting for us, but I think it takes more than just
London Gen. If London Gen has a debut and she's absolutely fire, I think it goes viral.
But even that, right? Same thing I said with bringing one over. Like, okay, so it goes viral within us, maybe over in the US, like within the battle rap scene. I don't think it does much to bring in, like, it's not like all of a sudden, you know, I do a debut and then you've got one at a tryout and then a couple of months later there's another one at a tryout. Like, I don't think it's that. I feel like you need a few. You need
one. Like,
it does take one, but I'm saying I don't think, like, in terms of Ignite,
one girl
slow burn. Yeah, maybe very slow burn Ignite in that sense. Like, if you know you like the match here on the Dynamite and you know on some Tom and Jerry shit, like it goes round the house and then out the window and then
couple weeks
it's
later,
back round here again and then we go round again. And then
the Mission Impossible music
just a little.
I'll say this though, Jen, yeah. This is what realistically will happen here. People see a girl and the hate inside of a woman somewhere will bubble up and she'll be like, I can do better than that bitch. I want to battle. Like, bro, Bracey's only battling. Guess what? Because he saw Rivers and he started telling his friend, I want to cook that Rivers shoot. And his friend happened to know me. So his friend hooked it up. And when I spoke to him on the phone, yo, Rivers, man, I just want to cook, man. How do I get into the battle rap tip? But it took for him to see me doing it and say, nah, man, I know I can do better than him. I don't feel no way about it, but it takes for you to see somebody.
But also
they just haven't had an example of girl that they want to be better than.
Yeah, but Bracey was watching already, right? Like, so maybe it was, or he'd seen like, but then even if he hadn't,
I think he wasn't aware of UK battle rap.
But he was aware of the thing, perhaps. I don't know. I feel like it's more easy to
know about battle rap,
to be in, like, for a guy to be enticed that way if you're already familiar.
Like I say,
than
I don't
with
think
a girl.
No woman's had the example for us to really say that.
But
until they have the example, how can we say that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. There were examples, and I don't think women were beating down. It's not. It's not a woman.
Was there, Jen?
I'm talking about like back in the day, like when
I'm talking about now.
Okay.
They haven't had an example in now times that they could look at and say, that girl thinks she's hot and she thinks she's good, and I think I'm better than her.
Well, I'm gonna help bring in.
Please do.
I'm gonna help bring in. I don't think it's me.
I don't think I'm. I think you're more served better doing
definitely
elder statesman type stuff. You understand?
That's it. I'm
but
well over the hill.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, Jen, a girl that comes in that looks like you, that raps, will draw other girls.
Yeah, I do think, but the only thing was I was objecting to was the Ignite. But just the
I do think girl will make it Ignite.
Yeah, I do think it starts. That's it. That's it. And it will be that
long enough to see how we can have a process and get maybe 1-2 people, and that year's a slow year.
That's it.
Yeah, next year there's 3.
That's it.
Then there's 5.
That's it.
You know,
that's it. Yeah.
So I think it would definitely be a trigger. It would kick something off. It's just that they haven't had someone respectfully that looks that way. You know what I mean? Or gives off that vibe. You know what I mean? Because think about it.
One sec. Hey, where are you?
Who agrees with me? Let me know
All
in
right,
the comments.
I'm on the thing. I'm on live. Do you need me? Yeah. Bye.
I didn't
Love you.
know that.
Yeah, Dub, I'd have to disagree with you there. Sorry, that was my son. It frustrates me that female battle rap is tarred with the same brush as female rap. To get popular, you have to act a certain way, and it's sad, and it should be different.
Kind of, but I don't know what brush female battle, because female battle rap,
I don't,
for the most part, doesn't exist. So, and that's no disrespect to
it does in the
Lizzie.
US. He's talking about in the US.
Oh, okay.
And I totally disagree. Like, this is someone who doesn't watch female battle rap. This is like, name me 5 female battlers right now in the comments, Dub. Now, give me, Sundon Jen on the phone. That's it. Give me five female battlers, 5 top, your top 5 female battlers right now.
And you can't say Hustle or Jazz because they've already said that. Or 40.
Yeah, something. But I feel like you can just there are a wide range. And the thing is, it's like, no one says when a battler violates his ops, girl, wife, sister, whoever, daughter, multiple times. No one, oh, why has he got to be so sexual in his battles? Like, no one says that. Like, we might say, oh, cheap and whatever. You're not talking about sexualizing. And there are plenty of women there are far more women who don't. Yes, they might have a bar here or there about it, but there are far more women who don't
lean that way.
This is it.
You can't even
Crumpet, you are not Dub. You are not Dub. I know I took your crown, and I know you might be feeling salty about that. But I asked Dub.
Yeah, man tried to give you the cheat code. You're meant to give that in the DMs, Crumpet.
Hey, those shrooms.
Like, all right, cool. Everybody give your top 5. Fuck it. Why not? Let's everybody interact.
Yeah, pop quiz. Where's out? Where's yours? But yeah, there are a wide range of, you have poets, you have very lyrical battlers.
I think the closest to that is probably like a Yoshi.
Yeah, you've got your Yoshis, you've got your Lady J, you've got Farrah before Yoshi, right?
Farrah's the mama of that.
This is it, right? But you've got Miss Hustle, who will beat you and gun bar you and pound you to, like, she's coming to war on you, literally, that beat on her chest, and like, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just joking. I'm always being sarcastic. For anyone who doesn't perhaps read sarcasm well, I know there are very many neurodivergent supporters in the battle rap community. I am so sarcastic, and I apologize. It must be a struggle for you sometimes.
As well. See, the better you are at sarcasm, the less certain people will get it. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. I feel like
comes across as cold.
You know what I need? I need a lull stick. Because
every time you're sarcastic, do the jazz hands.
I feel like they need lull written on them, though. I feel like it just needs the lull, like, because it kind of, I was a lull snob. I hated.
Create a banner that says this is sarcasm.
I need that. I need that. Yes, I want to see Misfit again. Yeah, that would be dope. Deirdre's next kind of just stayed out of battle rap. She's been doing her media stuff, and she's been making money outside of it.
Got the gun in the car.
But where was I? Yeah, there are a range of female battle rappers, and also the same thing goes for rap. Right. Yeah. Okay. You can say maybe some of the more commercial women are, expressive sexually. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because look at male rap. We don't look at it the same way. We don't like, it's like they'll say, man, these hoes, man, they're always talking about their pussy. And then you look in the man's video, and all you're seeing is like, it's like these bitches all they rap about is their pussy. And all I'm seeing in his video, it doesn't matter what he's rapping about. Like, I can see her cervix from it. Like,
I can see her
anyway,
the
double. the double standard.
No, I feel you on that.
And there are plenty
feel you on that.
of female rappers.
I think like it's the same as like the violence thing as well for guys, isn't it? Like you're basically talking about killing people, complaining about a woman talking about having sex. Like what are we doing? Like, but I will say this though,
and also it's like
I will say this though. I will say this in defense. I will say this. There are certain songs for certain women, and this applies to bashment as well, that I wouldn't really want my niece to listen to because the lyrics are them saying things that I think are quite crass in it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it applies for certain rap tunes as well. Same, it's all round in it. Like so, I don't.
But
give
at
it
the
a
same
pass.
time, when you look at the R&B that you were singing when you were a kid, and you listen to what you were singing now, and it's like,
oh, you can go back to Juicy Fruit and realize, hold on, what you're gonna do?
But
what?
not even like just very overtly, but it's sung rather than rapped, and rap carries a certain, it's not wrapped up in lovey-dovey strings and piano.
I didn't listen to Pretty Ricky when I was coming up, so.
But you didn't have to, like.
But like I said, they was like the extreme end of what you can sing and make sound beautiful. But outside of them, for a whole time listening to music, there's always been like subliminal shit anyway, to the point where it's like, how subliminal can you be now? You might as well just say what you're saying.
Dub, my point is, give me 5. Give me something other than female battlers my point is sexually expressive female battlers get more attention in battle rap than females who are barring.
She's not sexually expressive, bro.
Go and see who just battled for in the final of Remy Ma's $25,000 tournament, the biggest purse in female battle rap ever. Go and see those two barrers, those two punchers, those
Caution
two
and C3.
and C3.
Oh yeah.
Like
C3 definitely, man.
plenty, sexually. And what is sexually expressive, Dub? Kiddo? Tell me. I'm sexually expressive. Like what do you mean by that? Do you mean that they how they look? Like what? Because like Jazz, Hustle, Shuni.
Do you know what I would say this year? This is what kills his point. I think 40
Vixen
dresses the most sexual out of all of these women, and she doesn't get as much attention as Jazz. She dresses more sexy than Jazz, more time.
What do you mean attention in what sense?
I mean to say, Jazz, to me, then again, Jazz puts in a lot more camera time in it. But what I'm saying is, Jazz, for me, is more favored over 40 by majority. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay. So in this, the popularity point, so Dub is saying sexually expressive female battlers are more popular. They get more attention, more eyes.
And I'm saying, but 40 is that, but she doesn't really get as much eyes as Jazz. I said sexually expressive liberated servants.
Hey Connor, I don't know if I missed you there. Shout out to you, salute for tuning in. I don't know, Yoshi. I don't know, Yoshi. It's hit and miss. See, the thing is as well, Yoshi has a fire pen, and regardless of whether she's talking about her, whether it's foxtails or not, she's writing. Like, watch her versus Caution. Watch the way she talked to her. Watch the way she broke her down. Watch the schemes. Watch the writing. Watch the layered shit. Man, like, you can't take that away from her. And like,
a nigga worth having. I had him.
And the thing is, it's like, it's part of her persona. It's a persona that she markets, that she brands, the same way Geechee Gotti brands himself a Crip. She brands herself a hoe. Like,
certain man do the hustler thing, certain man do the bully thing,
man do the goods. I'm on my swag, like
yeah.
Easy. It's talk different. Like it's her persona, and very few of them have that approach, or even like if you look at those top ladies last year, or any, like we just mentioned, the Jazz, the Coffee, the Hustles, the 40s, the Vixens, the Shoonies, like the Officials, Misfit was just mentioned, like, And I'm still not seeing 5, Dub.
I just think if we start doing that, we have to start saying, all right, so we don't like people talking about killing each other no more. We don't want violence.
This is it. Come on,
we don't want
right?
Disrespect.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We've got to let people say what
Yeah.
they're saying. And that's the beauty of battle rap is this. It's for the opponent. It's for the opponent they have to tell them about this stuff. It's for them. It's for someone to battle Yoshi and say, bro, all you're doing is boom, bam, boom, bam. People have tried. It hasn't stopped her. So
sometimes I find it's why sometimes it flops. It's flop makes me raise an eyebrow. You're talking about. I see where you're going there. The FOP branding works, in my opinion. Yeah, it definitely, in her case, yeah, I was just about to say that it definitely works for her, because that for her, that's kind of she does it authentically, right? It comes across as authentic. She's owning it. It's not thrust upon her. She's very proudly, she's very proud of who she is, and that is one of, I think, the greatest strengths that you can have as a battler. I'm being my authentic self, or enough for you to believe it. That real, that I don't give a what you think, this is me, and you're gonna love me at the end of the year or whatever. Why is this? Dot tails don't appeal to me personally. Maybe I haven't heard it done well enough yet. Yada yada yada. You just don't watch enough. You don't watch enough. And like, what is dot tails? Right. So what is it that doesn't appeal to you personally? Because like there are 1,000,001 ways that you can this sexually expressive thing. So anytime a woman mentions anything to do with sex, it hasn't appealed to you, or to do with her bits or what, like anything like that. So anytime she's not killing anything, like what? Come on, Dub. Come on. Like you haven't heard it done well enough yet. Like what haven't you heard?
No, you need to give us some what do you call it? You need to give us some examples before you can even say, so that we know where you're coming from. Otherwise, we just feel like you just made a choice without even doing your diligence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
boy?
I feel like it's something it's something maybe you've heard and you're running with it. But
you know what? We're in a time now
my stomach.
We're in a time now where there's like, you can see a clip and make your mind up based on the clip. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe
you shouldn't do that.
Definitely shouldn't do that. Otherwise, you could have people winning that never won.
Yeah, Yoshi saw people calling her a thought and basically said, "I'm a thought. So what? So what?" And shut everyone up. Love it. And yeah, Farrah before her, this was very much, Farrah owned that.
They kept getting accusations. Oh, you're fucking this rapper. You're fucking that. So they just did the whole 8 Mile thing and said, I fucked him as well. That's the fuck you talking about?
There you go.
Get it right.
But yes, it's a long tangent on female battle rap, but yeah, definitely tap in. Like there are so many amazing women writers, performers, artists, like just there's a wide range. And yeah, like I love the intergender battles as well. I think they're just something different.
Yeah, and you don't know how
men talk to women differently. Like they have different discussions than they do when you're battling your own gender. It's a completely different battle, and
certain things are null and void. You can't even talk to a woman and say certain things and hope they work.
This is it. And
I think it forces like men to be more direct.
Yeah, it definitely can do, right? Because there's certain stuff that you can rap indirectly
and get points.
Yeah, with a guy, because you're kind of, it's your street credentials, your authenticity. This is it. Like, you're talking about believability, and you felt that shit. Like
that's it.
You can't you can do some of that with a woman,
and depending on I hit something. I don't know if that works against a woman. You get what I'm saying? That works.
And this is what I'm saying. The right woman, or depending on what your opponent is doing, but even still, you have to approach things, and it forces you to be creative in a different way. I think on both sides. Who do I watch that will get me into female battle rap? I would say for you, I definitely watch Hustle. I'd watch Jazz too. Jazz, like, watch her
from the beginning.
great. Yeah, watch how she.
Go to Queen of the Ring channel and scroll back and just watch these women coming up.
The women that we've all mentioned here, like 40. But watch Vixen. I think you'd like Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen Prestavia.
Yes.
She's fire.
Yes. Yeah. You'd like all these women. Yeah.
You know, like what's her name? Lady Flames.
I was going to say Lady J. First Lady Flames. First Lady Flames. Super fire. You'd love her. And again, like none of these women that we've met, and because there are so few women who you would look at and kind of put, and again, you didn't even define what do you mean by sexually expressive, but wherever we are in that remit, like there are very few women that you can box in there.
There's a lot of variation amongst the female battlers still. There's a lot.
Gattas was the gateway for me. Her dismantling Looney Divine blew my mind. I see what you did there. Gattas, fire again, another one, like very well-rounded, like she's been
wig on men, back in QB Black Diamond as well, wigging on guys, you know, official wigging on guys.
Why don't you
KCJ?
There's so many. So many. Yeah, so many. Yeah, if you want new women, look up Caution. Jazz has been around for a decade. You've already seen. So, Dub.
Hold on, what did he say? For research purposes?
Can you smell that?
Yeah, I definitely smell.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy?
It smells exactly like that.
In fact,
scent.
It stinks.
The new Calvin Klein, isn't it?
Oh my God, it stinks. Odor hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Odor hypocrisy.
So you've only seen a clip of someone whipping out their titties.
So, but not only that, right? You want to talk about it being over-sexualized, and that's a shame. And you're not here for that. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Do you know what? I respect.
But Lady J, who like 7 people knew about before, and they didn't. I'm being hyperbolic here, but 7 people knew about.
I didn't follow her until she whipped her titties out.
I can say,
and that's a fact.
95%.
And I didn't follow her because she whipped her titties out.
95% of people, you also didn't make the statements Dub made before, so I don't have to go up. I followed her when she got her titties. No, I'd actually been following her before that, I think. Okay. But it's funny that you say it's really sad. It's really sad that these women are up there objectifying themselves, and that's the women who get attention. Those are the women who get attention. It's sad.
I love the fact that he said for research purposes as well.
But for research
purposes, researching, bro?
For research purposes, you watch, but you didn't do any research before jumping out the window and saying it's a shame they're also overly sexual. Apart from the overly sexual woman that I
got it. What W's trying to really say to us is this: it's a shame that I myself, Dub T, click on to the sexual stuff rather than the ones that are lyrical. It's a shame I feel like this. I just feel like you just try to put it on everybody else, isn't it?
You're projecting.
Own it. Okay? It's okay, bro. It's fine. I still love you. It's all good. You know, but just own it.
I have not seen Lady J's battles. I am joking.
And we know you've seen
you've just seen the clip, right?
Seen the clip, bro.
This is it.
No one's seen her battle. I ain't either. The battle's not out. Is the battle out yet? No. She's got other battles out, I know though.
No, but you would have had to watch it on pay-per-view. You would have had to. It was on pay-per-view. It isn't out yet. But yeah, there are other battles, but not the
one that Dub T's referring
to. Not the Tay-Do battle. But definitely check out Tay-Do and like even Lady J. Like both of them. Like, yeah, she got her titties out. Yeah, she does OnlyFans. But yeah, she come in there barking.
I did a little research myself and see her versus J2. I see a little clip of her versus J2.
I haven't seen that.
I think she battled J2 out somewhere. Maybe that's not out.
I don't think I've seen that.
I think I went on a channel and I see a channel. Her page. I see that clip.
Lady J versus Tay-Do is fire. Yeah, dope battle. Lady Tay-Do, I wasn't. Although to be fair, I wasn't super familiar, but from people who were super familiar, they were saying this is massive elevation. And in fact, I think I'd seen her previous battle and didn't even register because she didn't really make much, or I hadn't seen all of it. I think she battled on a previous RBE card. She's
So-
one of their bricks, but yeah, she hadn't.
Oh, so she's
She'd
the RBE
elevated.
girl.
Yeah, she's an
Okay.
RBE girl. She'd elevated in this performance. It was, you know, kind of like, wow,
She
why
upped
haven't you
her
been
thing.
doing that all this time?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she definitely made an impression. She come out all 3 rounds just barking, man. Yeah, she was. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, the tits, Hado's saying the tit, I can't, it won't let me bring it up. Okay,
There you go.
this was the worst part,
To be-
and they were great.
They was
like, they
actually
were
nice.
They were
Yes,
perfect
it
tees.
was.
Like, they were great. Like,
Yes,
if you're
and
gonna get them
I
out,
think are they natural? I don't know.
they look it.
They look
They
natural,
look it.
but
They
are
definitely
great,
had the appeal.
fantastic
Yeah.
set if they're natural.
Yeah.
Salute to her,
So
man.
for that to be the worst part, that says something about the good parts.
her
like-
thing, apparently her shoulder strap and her thing burst.
Yeah, because she pulled it
She
down.
pulled it down and it burst, and then it's like she had to kind of just. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it only burst. It wasn't like, you know, she just kind of tugged on the top and it accidentally. It only burst because she pulled it to pop them out. One burst, and remarkably, it stayed up the whole battle.
Okay, did that happen in the first, second, or third round?
Second.
Okay.
And it wasn't her round. That was the beauty of it. Hado said, you know,
your body's this,
your body don't even look good naked. And she was like,
what? Now what?
Hold my Vimto.
I'm not going to lie though, yeah. She had the type of breast that made that a perfect rebuttal. Because, no disrespect.
Yeah, nah, for real. If them bunny ears flapped.
Yo, I'm not trying to say anything sideways, but she was very fortunate to be able to rebuttal in that way, because that rebuttal worked for me. Can't complain about those.
If you want an incredible newer battler who never misses but also drops the occasional fought bar, RX is amazing.
Yeah, I like RX.
Is she newer? Well, I guess she's
been around.
Yeah,
RX here. You know the thing about RX is she's been around since the Grind Time days.
She's been around that long.
But she was someone that was always in the crowd that they knew as Little Reese.
Okay,
and she grew up one day and said, I want to do this
on
RX now. You know what I'm saying? That's the story behind her. But yeah,
I think, RX definitely in her, like where she worked on that delivery in the last sort of year. Yeah. I've much enjoyed
I'm not
her.
gonna lie, yeah. I like RX. She's a beautiful woman or whatever, yeah, but I stopped watching her battles because I just felt like it just sounded the same all the time. Nigga see me coming, I'm all the rhyme, borderline. And I just needed her to be aggressive one day and just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I just needed her to just
break the monotony.
Yes, please.
Yeah, she's definitely done that. She's definitely done that.
I'm a check
battle. I think the audio on that is still really bad.
How was the battle with Jazz?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about on King Bao. It's actually on the King Bao. What was it? Not pray for you. God. Freudian slip.
You know, like that.
What was it called? Oh man.
To pray for you, battle.
Go to any of Bao's social medias and there will be a link there. Create for you. Createforyou.com. It's at createforyou.com and the battles are all there, except actually, is it RX? And because I was watching them one day on Caffeine and
trying to remember where you got it.
they're all there. They were all there except one. All of them were there except one, and I feel like I could watch all of them back. Oh no, I think the one I couldn't watch back, was it Daylight and Bao? No, I could watch that one. Where are they? So I'm on the site now.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I don't think he's got them on there anymore. If they are, I can't find them. He might not have. It might just be. Yeah, he might have taken them down. Maybe they're somewhere else.
Let's see what happens.
Where? Thank you.
Wow, you know.
Let's see. Yes, here we are. I feel like one of these isn't clickable. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's the face off. Yeah. So you can't, so with all of them, you've got the face off and then you've got the battle, except with Jazz and RX.
It's just the face off.
It's just the face off.
So where's the battle then on YouTube?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's because the audio was so bad. Let me just double check. I can't remember if I did this at the time and checked whether it was at the end. Yeah, it's 9. Yeah, it's not that. 19 minutes long. It's just face off. Yeah, so I don't know if I think the audio on that was really bad, and so they didn't drop it. But yeah, oh dub. Where are we? You're gonna due diligence, Crumpet. It's important. It's important. Yeah, the writing and performances were so good. Them two ladies were explosive for real. Okay, so she blew up in 2019. So she's, yeah, I guess you can say newer in the sense of she's not from, you know, the veteran ladies. Effing King Bell. Yeah. Oh, good night, Crumpet. Salute for tuning in. Ah, and I see what happened there. I see what happened there.
Yeah, it makes sense. The two things go together nicely.
Coincidence? I think not.
He's got some research to do of his own.
Ah, yes. Night Kings and Queens. Watch Young Crumpet versus Cobra Commander. Peace from our planet to yours. Definitely go and check that out. Just dropped on the Premier Battles channel. Go and give it a watch. Drop a comment. Tell them Sunday Roast sent you. Salute. It's just Battle Rap podcast. Crumpet did today. Jodo body bag dub T.
Dojo, I think he's saying. Because the dub T said free.
Yes, I missed that. Yes. It was really funny. Crumpet have to give it to, it was really funny, but Cobra takes it. Oh, you haven't seen the battle, my lad. I've seen yours. Listen to Dub about my lad.
You know what I'm saying? They do one battle all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying?
Roots versus Scoop, question mark, says Dazzy Talks.
Yeah, that's
gonna be a battle. Is that happening?
Yeah. It's happening the same day that Tony D Moke.
Okay, I just need to make sure it's on the card. Yeah, I got so confused for a second there. The question mark threw me.
Yeah.
It's like literally the next card. It's been out for months, and I've literally just gone. I've said literally just 3 times in a row there. Completely unnecessary, but of course.
And not even as you said, of course, you double check.
Yeah, I know. Of course, of course. Yeah. Oh yes. It's literally there. Yeah, and it is on this card. I also I was trying to wind down that ladies' conversation several times to bring it back to Blighty, back here to London, Saturday, 3rd of June at the Amersham Arms for match day 3, headlined by our very own Sunday Roast own. Hey, make some noise. It's Rivers. You see the waves.
That should be what I do after every punchline hits. I see one fucking funny video the other day, yeah. The baby's first time walking in it. And the baby kind of gets up off the floor and it takes a step. And before it even takes another step, it does this, Jen. It starts going. It starts dancing to the music. Then no lie, it grabs on the cooker, squats down and starts twerking. Little baby twerking. I said, what's going on? My man just learned to walk and look at him now. He wants to go.
That's it.
Crazy.
Dance before you can walk. But I mean, don't do all of that after Amy.
Take it easy. One thing
that's it. Yeah.
Walk, then we can figure out the
We'll see if this bit works.
Yeah, you can do a little shoulder action, but all the others, we don't need that.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. But yes, massive card going down on Premier Battles match day 3. match day 3.
It's like there's a lot of big battles on that card.
And Battle has
I
Penn.
feel like you could put a few different things as main events here.
Yeah, definitely. Rivers, yes.
Bobby Rex and Unanimous. Bobby Rex and Unanimous.
Yeah. Like look at this, like for real, like it is like a match day gnome, right?
Yeah, the top 4.
Yeah,
I feel like even Georgie Roots and Scoop.
Yeah.
I feel like that could hold its own up there.
Yeah, definitely. You could see that headlining a different card. And even so, the other battles: Tech versus Villain, Crow McKenzie, Kingsley Thunder versus Frost. Like, yeah, I think we kind of did. We break this. I think we broke it down a bit before, and closer to as well. We'll give it a more thorough breakdown. And it's almost 1 a.m. Oh my god, I forgot how late we started.
What time?
We've only been going 2 hours 15 minutes, but we started 10:30 today.
Anyway.
But we started 10:30 today, so yeah, I didn't realize it was so late. Rivs takes it. I know I'm biased, but Gem's last 2 aren't near enough to beat Rivers. That's a fact. That is a fact.
I'm definitely never gonna do that in no battle. Trust me.
Definitely don't. You'll see me like
just covering their face up with the mask on and shit, covering the logo and the jumper.
Yeah. Is it ABK 80% ABK? Yeah, it is ABK heavy, isn't it?
Every big card is nowadays.
That's it. Yeah,
top to
definitely.
Bottom, every match.
Definitely.
Every match apart from 1.
Yeah.
Well, apart from 2.
Yeah. It's going to be a dope event. We talked about the No Lose Chat card. We talked about match day. No Lose Chat next weekend if you can be in the building. Match day, 3rd of June. Get your tickets.
So you know what that means.
Get your tickets. Where's my chat gone? Oh, here it is. But yes, you didn't see it, got to see it tomorrow. What have you got to see tomorrow, Deirdre's Neck? What did we talk about? What battle?
You might have to remind us because we lost them.
Yeah, whatever it is, enjoy it. And yeah, but I think we're going to wrap up now. If there's anything you want to say in the comments, say it now or forever hold your peace. But yeah, I think we have said all that needs to be said. Yunan is gonna dust Bobby, says Deirdre's Neck. Going all the way out there, gonna dust Bobby. Okay. Okay.
Dusties.
We'll see. Deirdre sticking the neck out there.
100%. Right on the line.
Yeah.
Push Ken right out of the way. Fuck off. Listen to what I'm saying. Say no more, Deirdre. We're with you.
What is this? Apart from 1.
What
was
Rivers.
that? Shut the
fuck up. Apart from 1 Rivers, shut the fuck up. Because I said that there's only 1, and then I said, not 2.
I forgot what you said. Only 1.
When I was talking about on the card, how much.
Okay.
How many ableists?
Yeah.
No, that's not a good nickname.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
We're scrapping that. We'll think. No.
Yeah, think again about that one maybe.
Right, cool.
But yeah.
It's been good to be back, man. It's been a couple. I feel like it's been a minute though. Has it not? Has it not been a little while since I've come round and
I thought it was 2 weeks, maybe, or maybe not, because I feel like we might have did 2 spaces in a row.
We done a space, then we had a week of nothing, then we had another space.
Okay, maybe last week we just had a week of. Last week we had a week of nothing. That was it. The week before we had the space week.
Okay.
I think that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Well, we're back, better than ever. Brand new location, they upped the budget, so now we're in a new place.
This is
all
it.
This beautiful decor. Oops, sorry. That's real.
Watch it.
I'm trying to get slapped. So yeah, we're back. Join us next week a little bit more earlier. What's happening next week? Oh yeah, we'll be talking about.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the protocol. That's it,
bro.
Full circle. D-Dub, it's not a comeback. You could say your sophomore appearance. You said, but it's not come back.
Battle with who?
You haven't set out. You just
Dojo
said,
drops.
yeah, Battle with Dojo drops soon, and
Dub T
definitely
comeback,
check
July
out.
/August. Yo, man's promote now. I respect it though, because he's got like it's an action-packed movie they're working on. Dub T, the comeback.
Summer
July,
blockbuster.
Summer blockbuster. One
I
man.
don't want my accent.
One man in the mean streets of Coventry turns his back on his studies to get his ass back in the ring. This is Dub T.